'67 was a very, very tough year for Coach Lombardi, and you can literally see him age as the months pass.
America's game.
A sunny 75-degree day has turned into a very comfortable evening in Frankfurt. Rematch of the World Bowl. Frankfurt and Amsterdam knotted up at 14.
This is a good rivalry in this league, Bob, believe it or not. I mean, they do have rivalries over this, the 15th year in existence. These are two of the original franchises, Frankfurt and Amsterdam. Go back a long ways. I can remember when Kurt Warner was playing for Amsterdam before Bart Andrews was there. Jake Delhomme played in Amsterdam, then won a World Bowl with Frankfurt the following year. Good history between these two teams.
And Frankfurt has 75 regular season victories, which is the most by any NFL Europa team. Jarrett Johnson and Amsterdam will kick it off to start this second half of play. Corey Birmingham and Brandon Middleton back deep. Skylar Fulton has a touchdown catch for the Admirals in this ball game. Johnson with a short kick. Birmingham on the return up to the 35, so good field position after the 19-yard return for Frankfurt. We talked about, let's get a look at Kevin Aiken, who played in the second quarter. Talk about what drives this league. Players looking to prove themselves, make a career out of it, maybe get an opportunity. With an NFL team, you get a look at J.T. O'Sullivan, who was originally introduced to the NFL as a sixth-round draft pick out of New Orleans.
Well, players got to play. J.T. O'Sullivan, every time I go around the league, I see J.T. on a different roster, but he's never playing in any of those teams, always behind somebody else.
Birmingham twists forward for a couple on first down. Yeah, J.T. O'Sullivan has been with the Saints.
I saw him behind Aaron Brooks there. I saw him behind, Brett Favre in Green Bay.
Right, he was involved in the Mike McKenzie deal between New Orleans and the Green Bay Packers when McKenzie went and was traded because he had a contract situation. He's been with Minnesota, with Carolina.
But you think about it, a guy like Jake Delhomme took 6 years of bouncing around before he got a chance to start for Carolina. Just hung in there.
Block 45.
It's hard to get better if you're not playing.
45.
Ball start. Right tackle Jason Murphy. Can't miss the big fella, 315 pounds, allocated by Seattle.
J.T. O'Sullivan there tried to give a hard count, an unrhythmic count to get the defense to jump off sides. Typically, your offensive line jumps when that happens. Believe me, they blow these horns all game long here in Frankfurt. It can be just as hard for the home team and the home offensive line to hear as it is the visiting team.
Murphy played defensive tackle through part of his college career.
White 90. White 90.
Second and 13. O'Sullivan sidearms it to his tight end David Jones, who makes the catch at the 39-yard line. Tackled by Jamie Thompson.
Let's go.
Jones' dad, Joe, played defensive end for the Washington Redskins, and his uncle, the great Charlie Taylor.
Come back, double, ready?
The Hall of Famer, Charlie Taylor, the Washington Redskins. Pretty good quick decision-making by J.T. O'Sullivan, waiting as long as he could to go down the field, and then getting an accurate check down at the last second.
45. Hut. Green 18. Green 18. Hut.
On a 3rd and 6. Fits it in a tight spot and has the first down to Middleton.
I noticed about this O'Sullivan here. Got a quick delivery, Bob. Ball gets out of his hands. When he actually pulls the trigger, the ball gets out fast.
Nice catch by Brandon Middleton, too.
Watch the low snap here, keeps his head up. He's been accurate today. Short to intermediate throws now. He's been on the money.
He coughed that ball up. He was starting to get up.
Down, huh?
He was starting to get up before he was touched down. Middleton got away with one. O'Sullivan under pressure, and he just throws that one away.
Take a look at this.
The pressure.
Take a look at the play before to Middleton. And did he squeeze this ball in long enough?
I thought he had possession. I thought in his effort to get back up, he fumbled it. Just 2 plays to go on a big 3rd down. Catch, is he touched? I think that ball comes out before he was touched down.
It's not the college rule here now. You got to touch the guy down on the ground for him to be down.
More importantly, no replay.
98.
2nd and 10, Birmingham. Runs into Bjork, the middle linebacker, and dropped after a gain of 5. You know, talk about C.J. Bjork as you get a look at J.T. O'Sullivan managing the offense for Frankfurt. Talk about the national players.
Here we go.
A guy like Bjork playing in the Swedish league. There are leagues throughout Europe.
Yeah.
60 comeback.
They call him the Big Swede. I mean, he's in his 3rd year over here. He's improved every year to the point where he's the team captain of Amsterdam right now. Voted on by his players.
Liz.
They believe in him that much.
Silver. Tonight.
3rd and 5. O'Sullivan in a lot of trouble. Bjork chasing him. O'Sullivan's got the 1st down. Nice work by O'Sullivan to improvise.
Yeah, sure is. To be able to rescue that play, get a new set of downs right here. This is what you can't get in any mini camp or holding a clipboard at any 3rd-team quarterback. Gets away. From Tim Jones there, and knows where the sticks are.
So O'Sullivan keeps the drive alive. Now he needs a timeout with the play clock approaching 0.
Timeout, Frankfurt.
So Frankfurt has to burn a timeout here in the 1st possession of the 3rd quarter. Looking to take the lead. Knotted up at 14. It's NFL Europa on NFL Network.
Would you like to build a better body? Well, now you can, because Nordic Track, the most trusted name in home fitness, introduces the new Nordic Track PT3. Only the Nordic Track PT3 has the revolutionary onboard personal training that tells you what to do.
Standing biceps curls. 1.
Shows you how to do it and keeps track of your reps and sets.
2.
It's the big breakthrough in strength training that gives you both the power and personal training to lose weight and change your body fast. That's because the PT3 features the muscle sculpting power of free motion technology. This breakthrough technology delivers the resistance and the workouts you need to get the results you want, guaranteed. And the PT3's free motion arms with lock positions let you dial in on and attack muscles from different angles. The real secret to slimming, sculpting, and reshaping your body. Plus 220 pounds of power shift resistance in 5-pound increments. Just grab, set, and go. With the Nordic Track PT3, there is no guesswork, just guaranteed results with a virtually unlimited amount of body-changing exercises. Whatever body you're after, ripped and defined, or just downright sexy, you can get it on the Nordic Track PT3. Just select a workout.
Seated chest press. Ready?
Follow the instructor.
1, 2.
And see results. And now you can get it for payments as low as $24. Call now and discover how easy it is to own the most advanced strength training system ever. The Nordic Track PT3 comes with everything you need to totally transform your body. The machine, onboard personal training, plus a free bonus. This iFit Fast Track workout you can load in seconds. You also get the Nordic Track guarantee. Try the Nordic Track PT3 risk-free for 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied, return it for a complete refund, no questions asked. Get ripped or go lean. Everything you need to do is right here on the Nordic Track PT3 with onboard personal training. It takes just minutes to assemble. Get on the phone or go online and it's on its way. Nordic Track PT3. It's everything you need to build a better body.
Call 1-800-954-7555. Don't delay. Call now.
In 2006, Frankfurt set a new NFL Europa record with 1,753 yards rushing. Butchie Wallace was the World Bowl most valuable player. Roger Robinson chipping in. And J.R. Nicklaus pounding it on the inside.
Butchie Wallace was with the Minnesota Vikings, allocated by them. With the best of his opportunity over here.
Black. 45.
1st and 10 for Frankfurt. So far they have 71 yards rushing on 14 attempts. O'Sullivan gets it into the end zone, and No flag on the play. Limamian on the coverage. Talk about the perils of playing quarterback when you have people at your feet.
Yeah, pretty good block that time by the back, though, picking up a blitz on the outside. Sullivan got another second there to be able to throw that ball down the field. Seems to really see the field very well in the short and intermediate zones. The deep passes right now, they haven't really been able to connect to any of the speed guys that we've mentioned throughout the game.
So Jermaine Jameson in the slot, bottom of your screen. He's a speed burner. Birmingham to the 23-yard line. Picks up 9 on the play, nearly 10.
Nice job over there on the right side behind Matt McChesney and Jason Murphy, just opening up a good hole along with Petro, the tight end. Watch this behind the right side.
Someone ready? Gotta get it.
It's really opened things up. Masson did a good job on Bjork, the middle linebacker.
White 90. White.
Third and less than 1. Birmingham, the tailback. And he's tripped up at the point of attack, but it should be enough for a first down. Tim Jones got a hand on him in the hole. But it is a first down for Frankfurt. This is the opening possession of the third quarter. Frankfurt has never had the lead.
Well, like so far, I'm just watching J.T. O'Sullivan, the poise that he has getting the play. We haven't seen any delay of game here. You know, I mean, the plays are getting in. And you can tell that these coaches are comfortable with the quarterbacks. Plays are getting in. They're getting off right now before the fast clock gets off.
10th play of the drive coming up. O'Sullivan. Wow. That's a tough catch for
sure is.
Huggins as he got planted by Cooey. Kurt Cooey, allocated by the San Diego Chargers.
San Diego Chargers will be looking for a linebacker this year, losing Donnie Edwards in free agency. Nice job by Huggins to hang on to that ball.
Boy, that's a lot of leadership they're going to have to replace with Donnie Edwards no longer there.
Rip. Set.
10 years in rolling for Donnie Edwards this league.
O'Sullivan gets hit, can't deliver it to Birmingham.
Coverage down the field by Amsterdam's defensive backs have been good. Not giving up anything deep or easy.
Well placed, 49 yards on the drive. Used up the first 6:31. Here the third.
Liz.
Kosak to the top of your screen in that 3-receiver set.
White 90. White 90.
False start on the tight end. Looked like Petrowski at the bottom of your screen when it beat early.
False start. Offense, number 88. Third down.
Well, you heard about Petrowski's speed, but that time a little too quick.
Out of the blocks, a little fast right there.
0 trip, 60 comeback. 0 trip.
So 0 trip is, again, 3 wide receivers, the trip formation.
Gun, 0 trip, 60 comeback. Hold on, ready?
60 comeback, so the receivers are just going to go down and literally turn around, the old button hook, come back to the ball.
But they have to make sure they get past the sticks.
Louis. Set. White 90. White 90.
Low snap. O'Sullivan, and he's going to get brought down. Cooey gets credit for the tackle. Hanging on for dear life.
That play just looked bad from the beginning. It was a low snap by the center. That time, Charles Masson, he snaps this ball left-handed on a shotgun. Doesn't get the ball up, so O'Sullivan had to take his eyes off down the field. Play looked bad from the very beginning.
So a 42-yard field goal attempt for Reese Lloyd, and this is dead solid perfect. Reese Lloyd hits from 42 yards. The 24-year-old who played his college ball in Minnesota, and Frankfurt has their first lead of the ball game.
Here are the words the New York Times uses to describe Smokin' Aces. Blam, blam, blam. Expletive, expletive, plot twist, FBI, expletive, blam, 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 roll credits, Smokin' Aces on DVD and HD DVD Tuesday.
The NFL and United Way know the only cure for a natural disaster is a human response. Help the NFL and United Way rebuild communities. Find out how at unitedway.org.
Count down the NFL's top 10s. Debate topics from around the league. Who's the best? Who's the worst? Everybody has an opinion, and here's ours. NFL's Top 10, Wednesday at 9, only on NFL Network.
NFL Total Access covers the league with 32 team cams.
Like Rams cam, or Steelers cam.
Colts cam.
Let me see. Ravens cam, Raiders cam, Niners cam. Who else?
Can't get gas for a buck.
You can't even get a cup of coffee for a buck.
But you can get $1 million abs for a buck.
Ab Lounge is the new gold standard in abdominal exercise.
And now you can try the Ab Lounge XL system for a full 30 days with free shipping and handling on delivery.
Not for the usual $14.95, but for just $1.
Crunches are obsolete.
Ab Lounge XL's jackknife gets you up off the floor, stretching beyond 180 degrees for ultimate results.
When people ask me if the Ab Lounge works, I tell them it's amazing. It got rid of my pot belly. If it can do that, it can do anything.
Ab Lounge XL is built with club quality features and stores just about anywhere.
Call now to try Ab Lounge XL, including Ab Blasting DVD, Healthy Eating Guide, 2-week Jumpstart program, and aerobic workout for 30 days for just $1.
We know you'll love it, but if you don't, call within the trial period, send the system back, and have no additional payments. We'll even refund your $1.
You can get this greasy hamburger for a buck.
Or you can discover the secret to $1 million abs.
I'm Jeff Fisher, and you're watching NFL Network.
On a gorgeous April evening in Frankfurt, the beautiful and stately Opera House in Frankfurt, as NFL Europa kicks off its 15th season. The defending World Bowl champion Frankfurt Galaxy with their first lead as Reese Lloyd connects on a 42-yard field goal, and he kicks it off for the Galaxy.
This kid's got a good leg. That's the second one he's kicked back for a touchback today. The field goal was good.
Well, teams are looking for talent in every which way, and of course the NFL Network has draft coverage April the 28th and 29th. Gavel-to-gavel coverage. Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. The draft starts at noon. Who will go number 1? Will the Oakland Raiders even pick at number 1? Will they take Calvin Johnson? Will they go Jamarcus Russell? Will they trade out? Will Cleveland get a quarterback? What do the Lions do? Will Tampa jump up and go get Calvin Johnson? We'll have
you know the storylines there, Bob. You've been doing your homework. Radio City Music Hall, Saturday, April 28th. The fans, the league will descend upon it.
Olsen in at quarterback to start the second half for Amsterdam. His pass goes incomplete. Looking for the tight end, Dan Hall. You take a look at Drew Olsen, who got bypassed in last year's draft, something that's still a sticking point with him. But his NFL Europa has gotten off to a great start.
Well, 6 years ago, Tom Brady was the 199th player taken in the draft. It's hard to believe that somebody like that could be bypassed by that many people. And look what happened to him.
Go to NFL.com and click on the draft tracker and look at how many Pro Bowlers came out of the 3rd and 4th round.
Yeah.
Not able to hook up with Justin McCullum on a 2nd and 10. Good coverage by Mitchell that time.
That's Justin McCullum.
All right, give me
his father, Sam McCullum, a longtime Minnesota Viking. Justin had a great career at Stanford.
Right land, dig choice. Right land, dig choice.
The old dig route, that's the old, 15 yards, cut across the deep end.
Well, they have success working on Mitchell. Number 27. Blitz on with the safety. They pick it up, and they complete the pass for a first down.
And they've moved Mitchell. They've made a switch out there, it looks like.
Harry Williams with the catch.
Looks like they put Kwaku out at the cornerback spot in place of Mitchell. They go after him this time.
How about the blitz pickup? The back steps in, and nice throw by Olsen to Harry Williams, a player they are very high on. And Kwaku in at that corner as you get a look at Williams, a 24-year-old. 1st and 10 for Olsen. And that pass nearly intercepted. by Justin Brown, the defensive end.
Just overplaying the bootleg there that time. They've been doing a good job of moving Olsen around from the very beginning today. Justin Brown just coming from the outside. Linemen don't know to do with the ball like that. I mean, between the tape and the gloves and everything else, that's all they can do right there at that point is knock it down.
2nd and 10 for Amsterdam. Another blitz. Olsen gets it off to Smith. What a play by Olsen, and Jonathan Smith tripped up at the 46-yard line. Finally brought down by Zarnell Fitch.
And the best thing that Drew Olsen did under pressure that time is step up into the pocket and then force Frankfurt to make a decision. Watch him step up the pocket. There is some pressure right here. They had a fire zone blitz. When you step up, though, now you're able to weave your way around. And nice little creative little Brett Favre flick there to their fastest back, Smith.
And the defensive tackle, Fitch, all the way downfield to make the tackle. This time, Olsen can't escape the pressure.
Winkler.
Ulrich Winkler, a national player from Germany. Had a sack last year. He gets his first here in 2007.
Like Drew Olsen said, this one's on me right here. He just held it too long. See, it's a 3-step drop. He's got to get rid of that ball right there. Maybe he's just dropping back 3 steps. If it's not there, you got to get rid of that ball. All the linemen are setting for 3 steps as well. You hold it like that, that's usually what happens.
2nd and 16. 7th straight pass for Olsen. And it's intercepted by Ron Rocket. And Olsen gets picked off for the 2nd time in the game.
A couple bad decisions by Olsen on this drive here. Holding the ball too long in the play before and then throwing this ball into coverage. With Skylar Fulton, real bunch route formation and route. It looked like there was much timing there in that at all.
No, it was bracket coverage. You had Alford to the outside and Rocket, the safety, to the inside. 2nd turnover for Amsterdam. O'Sullivan, the quarterback. Birmingham on the carry. Picks up about 3 on the play. Well, Olsen's played well, but Ron Rocket gets the pick. Getting some props from his teammates. Rocket played his college ball at Wyoming from Mission Bay High School in San Diego.
Not a bad area, coach.
Injured player, Frankfurt. So we'll step aside with 4:17 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Frankfurt with a 17-14 lead. And actually, we'll keep it right here. And it is Ja'Cory Birmingham, who's had a very good game. Spent time with the Jets and Niners. Signed by the Giants in January and allocated to NFL Europa.
To the tight end or to the slot? We're going to the slot. No. We're going to the tight end. To the
Giants have addressed part of their running back needs. Certainly the retirement of Tiki Barber left a huge void there. Bringing in Ruben Drones.
Yeah, he was off. We could have ran 63. Yeah, we could have gone to it. 60 hits over 60. No, 60 hits. I like 60 hits. Yeah.
Take a look here. He just got caught in the air that time by West. Couldn't really tell what happened. Trying to jump through the hole. Taken right off his feet.
Let's just hope it was the wind knocked out. Being helped off is Ja'Cory Birmingham. That's a lot of weight falling on 210-pound Birmingham. His whole body weight. 2nd and 7 for Frankfurt.
Wait, 98.
O'Sullivan checks down over the middle and completes it. Looks like the tight end, James Petrowski. No, excuse me. Robert Ortiz with the catch.
Let's go. Let's go. Know the front. Know the down distance, all right? One slot.
Looking at the right leg of Corey Birmingham. Gain of 6. That's up a 3rd and 1 for the Galaxy.
Send! White 90! White!
Sherrill in at tailback. They'll get the attempt. Has the first down. Fighting for extra yardage. Carrying Admirals inside the 30.
Very good cut that time by Sherrill. Put that left toe in the ground and then just went north-south. Very good decision. This guy runs the ball very smooth. There's the cut there. Finds his blockers and then bounces off players. Shows a lot of strength in traffic.
Down the flat.
Took 3 to bring him down.
Let's go. Liz.
Gain of 18 for Sherrill.
White 98.
O'Sullivan short-armed it to Huggins, but they rule it a good catch at the 16.
I think it's clear that the strength right now in this first game for J.T. O'Sullivan in 3 years is just the short and intermediate passing game. It's going to be very accurate right here in these type of throws. Nice job of Huggins getting underneath that ball and making sure that he secured it first.
Huggins has a touchdown in this ball game. Gains 9, 2nd and 1.
Dead. White 90. White 98.
Sherrill gets the first down. And then Bjork drags him down after a gain of a couple, but another first down for Frankfurt. They have dominated this 3rd quarter.
That 5-guard offensive line has done a good job, haven't they?
Certainly have.
Bobby Harris at left tackle, Manny Aka at left guard.
Big nasty left guard.
Yeah. Charles Aka, Manny Aka is a heck of a specimen. Bench presses almost 600 pounds. Born in England, speaks with a British accent.
Went to high school in Staten Island. That pass, that's a dangerous one as it falls incomplete. Anything over the middle that's high.
Those tip passes like that can end up in the wrong hands.
He's looking for Sherrill.
Here we go.
Look at Hozak here. This is your classic red zone receiver, 89 up at the top. Just a huge height advantage. You'd think like that's the type of guy you want to go to in this situation.
White 90. White 98.
Sherrill again. Bounces it to the outside and gets positive yardage for Mwamba. Pat Mwamba brought him down.
Come on.
Very good 3rd quarter here for Frankfurt and head coach Mike Jones.
Strong slot, 592. 592. Hand, 0 slot. 692 is all it is, 692.
692 is basically telling us 3 receivers. 6-9 to 2 route, just giving them the passing tree.
Slant. Let's go. Come on.
Final seconds of the 3rd.
I don't know if he got that ball off in time.
Got the play off. Wow.
One
I guess
straight 690 X slugger.
they're ruling at the end of the quarter.
Fuck, I was gonna have Pedro. Pedro was gonna walk it. That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
Looked like he got it off, but
like
I guess he didn't. So they'll have to do it down the other end. They'll make the fans happy on the other end of the stadium. Frankfurt with a 3-point lead, looking for more through 3.
Can you really get a $150,000 mortgage for $450 a month? Now you can with the new Secure Advantage loan, exclusively from Quicken Loans. Nothing cuts your payment like Secure Advantage, the loan that gives you the advantage of choosing an incredibly low payment month after month.
Quicken Loans is allowing us to do a lot of different things we weren't able to do before.
We saved about $4,000 a year.
Quicken Loans is fast, friendly, and we saved a lot of money.
With the Secure Advantage loan, you could cut your payment by over 50%. Take a look. The traditional payment on a $150,000 mortgage at 7% interest is $1,000. But with the new Secure Advantage mortgage only from Quicken Loans, You can select a payment of just $450 a month. That's a difference of $6,600 a year. Isn't that worth a few minutes on the phone?
Make that call.
Whether you're buying or refinancing, Secure Advantage can be a great tool to lower your payment and increase your cash flow by thousands a year. That means you'll have more cash on hand to save, remodel your home, pay off credit cards, or whatever you need. Call toll-free now while rates are still low and ask how Quicken Loans can help you lower your payment by over 50%.
We saved really hundreds of dollars a month. And that means a lot, especially when you have kids away at school.
You want to get more for your money, and that's what I got.
No matter what your loan amount, Secure Advantage can make a huge difference in your payment. Whether your mortgage is $200,000, $300,000, even $500,000, your payment can be lower than you ever imagined. Call now to see how Secure Advantage could cut your payment by over 50%, whether you're buying a new home or refinancing. Quicken Loans makes it fast and easy. You can get approved over the phone and close right in your home. If a $150,000 mortgage for only $450 a month sounds good to you, if you'd like to increase your cash flow by thousands of dollars a year, call now and ask about the new Secure Advantage loan. Quicken Loans, America's home loan experts.
Welcome back to Frankfurt. Opening weekend, 15th season of NFL Europa. In a rematch of the World Bowl from last year, the defending champion Frankfurt Galaxy with a 17-14 lead over Amsterdam. Here at the Commerce Bank Arena, and spectacular facility, upgraded for the World Cup, and a great setting for the World Bowl this year.
Why 90?
Frankfurt with the football. They face a 3rd and 6 as we start the 4th. J.T. O'Sullivan, incomplete, looking for Aaron Hosak. A little behind him, huh?
Behind him, we're kind of curious. I mean, that's the ball that you want to throw high to a guy that's 6'6". Threw it low there. Try to stick it in, but certainly behind him. So Amsterdam did their job, keeping him out of the end zone there and trying to force another Reese Lloyd field goal.
Lloyd hit from 42 yards out in the 3rd quarter. Frankfurt had the ball for 11 minutes and 15 seconds of the 3rd. And Lloyd able to knock in the field goal from a much shorter distance, so he's hit on a pair. And Frankfurt has scored 13 unanswered points to take the lead here in NFL Europa.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger.
Commence heat-seeking missile test.
With a heated cup holder. .5-liter V6. And ESP with all-speed traction control. Oh, did we mention the cup holder also cools? The all-new Dodge Avenger.
Relive the 2006 NFL season on NFL Replay. The 4 best games from each week re-aired every Sunday afternoon. NFL Replay, tomorrow starting at 1, only on NFL Network.
It really brought a lot of attention to our hometown, and since then our high schools won 3 or 4 state championships. Man, a lot of kids are changing their lives playing football because they know they can make it.
The NFL Draft, live on NFL Network.
It all comes down to this. The race to the Stanley Cup is underway on NHL Center Ice from DirecTV. See which teams rise, see which teams fall. Get up to 40 games a week, plus select Stanley Cup playoff games. For just $49, the season's best offer. Order now and get Cup crazy. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS today. NHL Center Ice on DirecTV.
Protecting the environment is a global goal that we can all work on together to achieve. Sundance Channel's new weekly night of programming, The Green, will inform and hopefully inspire you about our environment. Now Sundance Channel and DirecTV are working together to make it easy to get involved.
Log on to directtv.com and click on the latest news to download your free green guide. Learn how to reduce your impact on the environment and find out about green initiatives in your area.
Tune in and take action. Let's commit to that.
Hi, I'm Mike Holmgren, and you're watching the NFL Network.
NFL Europa has produced many stars. How about Jake Delhomme, 1999, quarterback with the Frankfurt Galaxy. Jake Delhomme needed a place to hone his skills, and the enthusiasm never left. He was placed on the Wall of Fame prior to today's ball game, honored here in Frankfurt.
Nice 2-year career over here in Europe. Backed up Kurt Warner 1 year.
And another deep kickoff by Lloyd. 2 touchbacks, and Kinoshita slips and falls at the 13-yard line.
Fans are all decked out, head to toe in Galaxy gear when they come to a home game.
Drew Olsen has played well for Amsterdam, but he's had a couple of dicey moments. Final minute of the first half, deep in plus territory, throws an interception. Amsterdam could have had the lead, and then on their only possession of the third quarter, kind of forced the pass.
And he's been shaken up a little bit. I mean, he doesn't look healthy. He's still kind of gimpy a little bit out here today. Had that left leg, left knee shaken up in the first quarter. Came out for a series and then back in.
Play blown dead before Olsen can
I can't hear you.
get it going. We'll take false start.
Drew said he couldn't hear out there.
False start. Offense, number 61. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
Trey Stallings, allocated by the Chiefs, 6th-round draft pick last year.
Right,
last season, Amsterdam was an
right.
offensive juggernaut.
6 stretch, check 7 stretch, plus rock, stick.
But the 2 drives they've had, the 2 touchdowns they've had have come off long drives. And they really executed well. And that's what they're behind right now. 1 good drive away from taking this lead.
80 and 85 yards on the 2 drives, and they would have more points if not for that Olsen miscue in the final minutes of the first half when he got picked off in the end zone.
The game clock is correct.
So Don Carey, the referee.
All right, here we go.
Informing both sidelines.
Left wing.
Clock is correct.
6 stretch, check 7 stretch, plus rock, stick, slam.
Here we go. Left wing, 6 stretch, check 7 stretch.
Good play action pass here.
I'm one right.
Olsen facing a 1st and 15. Maybe he likes the long field. Smith engulfed by 3 members of Frankfurt. The slip, and that blew the timing of the play.
So the guy that got the quick penetration was Zarnell Fitch. I just wanted to say that name. I'll say it again. Zarnell Fitch got good penetration that time for Frankfurt to put Smith down.
2 draw, check land choice or delay. I'm one right.
Fitch hustled earlier in the third quarter when he chased down Smith on that little shovel pass. 2nd and 17. This is Larry Kroom, and he gets it out to the 15-yard line. Nice pickup by Kroom. Gain of 9.
Flush. Left land option.
Well, Kroom comes through the suit pretty good there. Small back, but powerful.
Land out. I'm one right.
Gets him a little bit out of trouble here, but sets up still a 3rd and 8.
Olsen on the 3rd and 8. Kroom's got it, a first down, and finally dumped at the 28-yard line. Rocket on the tackle, gain of 13.
All right, you got Deuce coming.
Gotta like the way Olsen took the defense game.
Well, you're going to see those linebackers just drop back into coverage, just drop into their zones. They'll leave a void right in the middle. One thing you see from Kroom, though, is really good instant acceleration once the ball's in his hands.
Left Trey, 5 zone, Tony, naked right. I'm one right.
Little bootleg coming back, faking left and coming back around to his right. Look for a drag route coming across the formation. There it is.
Olsen, wow, what a catch by Ben Hall, the tight end. Nearly intercepted, but Olsen got it in there.
Stuck that one in a tight spot. It seems like Olsen is good on the move. We've seen him a lot today. Just moving the pocket, comfortable right there. That's a classic tight end play on that bootleg. Dragging him across the formation, center of the field.
So on a 1st and 10 for Amsterdam. Down by 6. Olsen checks down to Kroom again. Kroom to midfield and fights his way down to the 45-yard line.
Perfect play on against that blitz. Matt Sinclair was screaming off the corner. And able to screen right behind it. Sinclair on the blitz 44. You see, you got a little screen. Nice job getting out there on that play that time by Trey Stallings, getting the lead block. That's what you want. You want that lead guard to get that first block, able to get the back into some clearance.
Olsen's hit for 13, 12, and 15 on his last 3 passes. 1st and 10.
There it is.
Smith
Get up.
runs out of a Mitchell tackle. And then the rest of the Galaxy close in and limit the gain.
You know, Bob, you mentioned at some point in that second quarter that these guys haven't played a lot of football. I mean, they hadn't played in a game-type situation. So here's Amsterdam doing a good job coming off their goal line, deep in their territory, hanging onto the ball. Fatigue could be a factor here in this first game of the season. Haven't played any type of scrimmage in the last 2 weeks since they left Tampa after training camp.
2nd and 8 for the Admirals. Olsen under pressure, and he just throws it to the tight end, incomplete.
That's a new change in rules this year, Bob. Is it used to be that if a quarterback threw the ball in the back of an offensive lineman's leg, it was an illegal touch and it was a 5-yard penalty. They're going to disallow that this year. It's not going to be a penalty.
Unless the ball is intentionally touched, if an offensive lineman turns and reaches his hands out and makes an attempt to catch it, then it would be ruled an illegal touch. But other than that, you get to throw it away. 3rd and 8. Olsen, who had his man and couldn't hook up with Cernsey.
That's a throw he'd like to have back. He had Cernsey open for the first down. Didn't look like he had enough arm to get it there that time. And you know he has a good enough arm, so you got to look at his footwork to see what messed him up here. But, boy, that's the guy that you want to go after. Mitchell, who they've gone after all day long, who was still in his back pedal.
I've seen some of that coverage before. I mean, he's 10 yards off the play.
You got to exploit that.
So we'll have our 4th punt of the ball game. Glenn Pakalak will boot it, but first a timeout by Frankfurt. 10:06 to go here in the ball game.
Just won Super Bowl 41. And now, direct from NFL Shop, you can own the Indianapolis Colts Championship tee, hat, and DVD. It's the official championship cap and t-shirt worn during the post-game celebration, plus the Super Bowl 41 DVD. Call 866-NFL-5959 and own a piece of Indianapolis Colts history. Call 866-NFL-5959 or visit NFLshop.com now.
Get ready for the draft. Which players are at the top of teams' draft boards? What positions do teams need to fill? Break it all down with exclusive Senior Bowl and Combine footage. Path to the Draft. Weeknights at 6:30 only on NFL Network.
A lot of excitement in Frankfurt for the opening of NFL Europa, season number 15, and Frankfurt defending their championship.
A little experimenting with some hair color there. I don't know what color that was, Bob. But it's all part of the celebration.
A look you would never go for.
No, not even on Halloween.
Glenn Pakalak will punt the football away. Olsen had an opportunity on that 3rd down, but misfired. Now we get a delay of game against Amsterdam.
What Pakalak would love to do is drop this ball inside the 10-yard line.
And he's discussing, Don Carey's discussing it with Matt St. Clair as to whether they'll decline the penalty.
Delay game, offense, that penalty is declined. 4th down.
Mike Jones wasn't falling for that one. To give Pakalak some more room. Good kick by Pakalak.
Very good.
And down by Middleton. Received by Middleton at the 31, so they keep him inside the 20. All right, let's take a look at some of the timing rules. The game clock. It starts following an incomplete pass. In the first half, the final 2 minutes goes back to normal rule. And in the second half, the last 5 minutes of the game.
35-second play clock instead of a 40-second play clock that you have in the National Football League.
So Frankfurt scored the last 13, dating back to the first half to take a 20-14 lead. O'Sullivan remains in at quarterback. Sherrill tries to get to the outside.
Sherrill played a little bit in Detroit this year, and he looks like he's got the right type of acceleration, runs with a lot of good control.
We got a block and Z. Let's go, huddle up. That should have been a big play.
What Mike Jones is just saying on the sideline, the Z, the outside receiver, if he throws a block there, Sherrill could have had a lot more yards around the corner.
We see that in the NFL when guys have big running days. It's usually because receivers chipped in with their blocking downfield.
Mike Jones, an old wide receiver coach, would be on those guys for that.
2nd and 5. O'Sullivan, safe pass, has the first down. And he's able to hit Aaron Hosack.
That's the old hitch route. Went down about 10 yards, came back to about 7 to catch that ball. There's just a little hitch, runs the corner off. Limamian. And he's a horse to bring down.
Hosack very excited about the talent surrounding him on this year's team.
Well, he was with J.T. O'Sullivan with the Minnesota Vikings in training camp this year until they were released after the 3rd preseason game.
On 1st and 10, O'Sullivan gives to Sherrill. Anthony Sherrill into Amsterdam territory. Finally brought down at the 46, a gain of 22.
He's got good body control, this guy, and then he has a smooth change of gears. He's been impressive. I mean, I think he's their best back. They said they didn't know what they had at running back coming out of training camp. So he sees the hole. His head is up right here. He breaks tackles. He's been impressive today.
Grant Mason then trying to hang on and bring him down. 8 carries, 74 yards for Anthony Sherrill. Sherrill gets the call again. Picks up about 2 or 3. And again, it's Grant Mason on the tackle.
Well, we were talking to the offensive coordinator of Frankfurt, Whitey Jordan, yesterday. And he said that we're fortunate. We were able to bring back 5 starters from last year, the World Bowl champion team. We just had to find 6 new starters on offense. And you could see that up front, a lot of guys that were here, they're clicking immediately today in the running game.
Sullivan brings the play clock down to 5, 2nd and 7. Another safe play. Sherrill with the catch. Clock will just continue to move.
Really kind of got Amsterdam off balance here. Really, he's getting rid of the ball so quickly right now that the blitz really isn't effective.
Get out!
See O'Sullivan. See the way he stepped away from the huddle there. Didn't want to get called for too many men in the huddle because a substitution was coming in. Smart play by O'Sullivan. That would have stopped the clock. You don't want that penalty. 3rd and 4. He'll air it out. Looking for Hosack. He's got it for the touchdown. Aaron Hosack beat DeAndre Island. His 2nd score of the game, and Frankfurt widens their lead.
It's a nice adjustment at the line of scrimmage by Aaron Hosack and J.T. O'Sullivan. Against tight press coverage, they took it from a hitch route to a go route, and he got behind the defender.
41 yards on the score. And that's a great 3rd down conversion when you get 6 out of it. Lloyd for the extra point, and he drills it. 20 unanswered points for the defending World Bowl champion, Frankfurt Galaxy. And J.T. O'Sullivan hooking up with Aaron Hosack on a 41-yard catch and run.
Watch it on the outside. See the tight coverage there? Adjusted this on the fly to a go route. Defender never had a chance.
Hosack and the Galaxy in control.
Nordic Track has perfected the total body workout with the world's first elliptical that allows you to change the focus of your exercise from intense cardio to muscle toning. These people have one thing in common. They all exercise on the new Nordic Track Space Saver elliptical. It's Nordic Track's first elliptical with Space Saver design and adjustable stride length. Select the shortest stride, and the Nordic Track elliptical lifts your bottom and tones your hips.
The Nordic Track is going to give you a great butt.
Select the longest stride to maximize your calorie burn and weight loss with low-impact exercise.
I've lost 12 pounds, and I feel amazing.
For the first time in a long time, I'm looking forward to swimsuit season.
Nordic Track gives you a special exercise DVD to help you reach your fitness goals. It's like taking a great class at the gym with your friends. You get a workout to tone your bottom and thighs, another to shape your shoulders and arms, and a workout for overall calorie burning and weight loss.
Which is awesome because the DVD is like having your own private class at home.
And now, for the first time, Nordic Track introduces an elliptical trainer that folds away to save space. With Space Saver technology, now there's room for an elliptical in your home.
I'd have a great workout wherever I want, and then fold it up and roll it away.
Nordic Track gives you 10 levels of resistance to double your calorie burn, which promotes weight loss. You also get heart rate monitoring, a fan to keep you cool, and more.
I can work out whenever I want. I don't have to get ready for the gym.
I love my Nordic Track elliptical. I feel like a whole new person.
Start burning calories, losing weight, and getting a total body workout with the all-new Nordic Track Space Saver elliptical. It comes as a complete fitness program with a workout DVD and a healthy eating guide. Nordic Track offers you payments as low as $30 a month, and if you call in the next 30 minutes, you can save $200 off the retail price and get a 30-day risk-free trial. Visit NordicTrack.com or call now to order. This great offer is only available for a limited time.
Call 1-800-477-2369. That's 1-800-477-2369. Call now.
In 2006 with Frankfurt, Aaron Hosack had 36 catches for 473 yards and 4 touchdowns and was designated a continuity player during the offseason. From October to February, he stayed in Frankfurt, talking with young kids and holding football clinics, working in the front office, and gets off to a good start today. 2 touchdown catches, including the latest, a 41-yarder from J.T. O'Sullivan. Frankfurt with a 27-14 lead here in the 4th. Jonathan Smith on the return for Amsterdam.
You know, the continuity program, I think, is a good thing. It allows 2 guys for each team to kind of be part of the team all year long, really build roots in the community, promote the game of football. Aaron Hosack stayed over in Frankfurt from the middle of October all the way through training camp. Learned how to speak a little bit of the language, a little Vigata coming out of his mouth every once in a while. And so it's, okay, cut from Minnesota, you know what, I'll go over to Frankfurt, I'll teach some football, I'll work out, come back and play another year, and, you know, build a real crowd pleaser there in each of these cities now.
And his 2 scoring plays, the 41-yarder and the 60-yarder. A legal block in the back against Amsterdam, so they'll start from their own 7. And they'll run it on first down with Kroom. Kroom picks up a couple on the play.
Well, you would think that Frankfurt would really just play back, defend the deep pass right here, not give up anything deep. And so Drew Olson right now has to find his openings in the zone, which will be considerable, and be able to just take advantage of that.
Olson has had a couple miscues as he flips it off to Kroom behind him, which would have made that a live ball had it been incomplete, but Kroom able to get the first down to the 20. Olson engineered scoring drives of 80 and 85 yards, got picked near the end of the half in the end zone.
You know, that opening drive of the game, they went 80 yards for a touchdown. You thought, boy, Amsterdam's really going to execute. Really been tough since then.
And Olson gets a shot, and that is ruled incomplete.
Justin Brown able to get through there that time.
Olsen's taken some shots in this game as well. In fact, both of his interceptions came on the play after he took a big hit. Second and 10 for Amsterdam. Kinoshita with the catch for a first down.
Well, I think when Drew Olsen wakes up tomorrow morning, he'll remember what playing quarterback can be like on a lot of days. Uniform is taking some shots. Left knee is probably going to be a little swollen tonight.
Art Andrews and the Admirals trying to come back from a big deficit. That'll help as Kinoshita finds the seam in the defense and picks up 29 yards.
That Japanese player now, Kinoshita, in his third year, has got good hands and good speed.
Under 5 minutes to go, so now on all incomplete passes, the clock will stop. Olsen gets hit from behind, and that's a fumble. Recovered by Frankfurt. Olsen got hit from behind, and the ball popped free. Third turnover of the game for Amsterdam.
Well, the most important thing for any quarterback in any league is ball security, and he has not done a great job of that today. But it was tee-off time for Frankfurt here.
Ball just popped free from behind and picked up by Jimmy Cottrell, the linebacker.
That was not loose that time by Siptak, the backup defensive end. Knocked that ball loose.
It was like Siptak was the guy that hit him from behind. Yep. So on a 1st and 10, Sherrill will run it for Frankfurt. Boy, Amsterdam had things going in this ball game, but 20 unanswered points by Frankfurt. Olsen's turned it over 3 times, a fumble and 2 interceptions, and the Galaxy have made them pay.
Well, a couple things have kind of jumped out at me. I think, first of all, Frankfurt's defense has gotten stout since that opening drive, applied pressure to both Bramlett and Olsen. And this running back for Frankfurt, Anthony Sherrill, has kind of jumped out at us.
O'Sullivan not going to put the ball in harm's way and gallops into Amsterdam territory for a first down. Tackled by Tim Jones from behind.
You know, when you talk to J.T. O'Sullivan, he's kind of a no-nonsense guy. He's not a real loud guy, not real talkative, but kind of a quiet leader. Got his nose in the book, knows what he's supposed to do. Been around a lot of good leaders in the National Football League.
Well, the Frankfurt defense has done their part, forcing some turnovers. Jimmy Cottrell, number 50.
Matt Sinclair in the middle there.
You notice the hairstyle that a lot of these players have. Interesting story with Matt Sinclair. Yeah, his cousin Bernadette Godfrey was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor, and through the St. Baldrick's Foundation, a non-profit organization, they raise money by shaving your head. And he got 11 of his teammates and 15 overall from the organization to handle the shaving of the heads.
And they were taking pictures and sending them back to his cousin, Bernadette. Curious thing about Matt, he shaved his head when he was a kid for high school football and found out his hair never grew back. Found out at an early age that he was going to be a domer.
And great job by Matt to raise awareness with the St. Baldrick's Foundation and to benefit his cousin Bernadette Godfrey, a 12-year-old. And great job by the rest of the Galaxy for partaking in the fundraiser.
Well, one of the things that always gets talked about in this league, Bob, is just the unity that these teams have. You know, it's a real college atmosphere here where guys live in the same hotel. They eat together. They basically do everything together. The teams that generally are the closest are the most successful teams. So there's no doubt that this the unity that they showed here for Matt Sinclair's cousin has helped bring this team together.
And Mike Jones told us when we spoke with him yesterday about the way this team handles themselves away from football activities. Sherrill gets a yard or two. And a timeout called by Amsterdam with 2:46 to go in the fourth.
Well, in the new conduct policy that Roger Goodell really implemented this week with suspensions of Pac-Man Jones and Chris Henry, players will get tested on what they do off the field living over in Europe. And there's just no place for any nonsense over there. Many times anybody that did act up was sent home. And so they've got to police themselves over there. And you got to grow up and act and conduct yourself with some maturity.
And character issues will have a big role in the NFL draft. And we have complete coverage here on NFL Network beginning at 11 a.m. on April the 28th. Gavel-to-gavel coverage. The 28th and 29th, the draft kicks off at noon Eastern time on the 28th. Rich Eisen anchors our extensive coverage.
Well, Mike Mayock will be there for NFL Network with Rich Eisen in New York. And I got to tell you, Bob, I've seen Mike Mayock at NFL Films back in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, watching tape of these college players every single day since last college football season kicked off in August.
O'Sullivan to throw. Completes it. And what a catch made by Ortiz, who managed to stay in bounds as well. He gave himself up to keep the clock moving.
Good hands. Very good day by the receivers of Frankfurt. All day hanging on to the ball. Good day by J.T. O'Sullivan. A couple touchdown flicks to Aaron Hozak.
117.
Team that led the league in rushing last year said their strength this year could very well be the receiving corps. And all good coaches adjust to their talent.
Why 90? Why 98?
Sherrill again pounding out yardage as he carried C.J. Bjork and the rest of the defense. And that takes us down to the 2-minute warning. Dominant performance, especially in the second half, by the Frankfurt Galaxy in total control with 2 minutes to go in the opener.
Hey, you know how to drive, don't you? Maybe you can give us a hand. Volunteer at UnitedWay.org. Dallas Cowboy Roy Williams covers more ground than just about anyone in the NFL.
I'll be right there.
But even he can't be there for every child that needs his help. Hey, you're good with kids, aren't you?
What about me?
Maybe you can give them a hand.
Come on. Backed into a pole. She didn't even wake up.
Hey, Mike.
I'll be right back.
Thanks.
These are for your rental.
That's it.
Yeah. Body shop is picking up your car.
Right.
We'll call you.
Thanks.
Switch to Progressive and get complimentary concierge service. It's about you, and it's about time.
To move or not to move?
That's so not the question.
So what is the question?
Whose move is it? That's not the question.
See any good moves lately?
Keep trying.
The question is, what moves? These moves? These moves?
Get up, get out, find a way. Every day, swim, jump, run, do. The question is, what moves you?
67 was a very, very tough year for Coach Lombardi, and you can literally see him age as the months pass.
America's game.
NFL Network, football 24/7.
2 minutes to go in the ballgame in Frankfurt. The Galaxy with a 27-14 lead over Amsterdam in a rematch of World Bowl from last season, won by Frankfurt. 2nd and 4, 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. Sherrill has a first down and tries to stay in bounds and gets shouldered out at the 11. Nice run by Anthony Sherrill.
Put him close to 100 yards for the day. Very impressive. Really finds the hole, jumps through it. Good blocks downfield. Ooh, a little late shot afterwards. Hello.
17-4. All one, ready?
Frankfurt with 179 yards rushing in this ball game.
Picked off right up where they left off the year ago.
Sherrill gets engulfed, no gain on the play. Amsterdam has one timeout.
Got to get this first game under your belt. I mean, this is the first game that either one of these teams have played. They've been in some scrimmage mode for about 3 weeks when they were in training camp in Tampa, Florida. They had to go back and kind of evaluate. It's no different in the NFL. That first week, a lot of teams really don't know what they have coming out of preseason. Guys don't get a chance to play a lot.
Both coaches said it'll take 2 to 3 weeks before we know what we have. O'Sullivan just throws that one away, and curious as to why you would even pass it with.
You could just take a knee. Take a knee at this point.
He's not happy about a route, but
I'd be less happy about the play call.
Because Amsterdam had a timeout in their pocket that they were not using.
Didn't look like they're going to use it. Could have easily just taken a knee here and run this thing out.
So 3rd and 11 with 1:11 to go. Sherrill dragged down from behind at the 9-yard line.
Hey, how about that, huh? Player cards.
J.T. O'Sullivan played for Frankfurt back in 2004.
Timeout, Amsterdam.
And now Amsterdam's going to use that timeout. My guess is, had Frankfurt not thrown the ball on 2nd down, Amsterdam would have let the game play out the way it is.
The game would be over right now. We'd be watching the final ticks. See, Cologne beat Hamburg in their first game. 10-game season over here in NFL Europe, culminating in an 11th game, a championship game to be played right in Frankfurt this year on June 23rd.
You will get a chance to see that game in its entirety right after ours here on NFL Network.
I think that little kid just had some autographs on that helmet. It's no different over there. There's just a huge fascination in some of these German cities with the game of American football.
How about Reese Lloyd? He was the barber, by the way, for Matt Sinclair, but he's had a very good game.
He's impressive. Kickoffs.
27-yard attempt, and he knocks it right through.
I tell you, he's got a great stroke now. I mean, it's been all 3 of his field goals have been right down the pike, no question about it. And he's got a live leg. That ball just sort of jumps off the ground.
Have we created some bitter feelings between the two coaches in the respect that Bart Andrews, the head coach of Amsterdam, had a timeout in his pocket, wasn't going to use it, and then on a 2nd down, Frankfurt elects to throw the ball with the game in hand. Amsterdam then winds up using the timeout, forcing Frankfurt to kick a field goal, but this game could be over right now. Is this the kind of thing that
it could carry over? I mean, you're always looking for a carrot to dangle to get yourself ready for the next game. There's been bad blood between these two teams before, over the years. About a 5-hour drive from Frankfurt to Amsterdam on the Autobahn. But yeah, I would say that Bart Andrews will tuck this away the next time that they meet.
Frankfurt has had a dominant 2nd half. They had the ball for 11 minutes and 15 seconds of the 3rd quarter. They've scored on all 4 2nd half possessions. And they have battled back from a 14-7 deficit in the 2nd quarter and have a 30-14 lead with 1 minute to go. A couple touchbacks so far in the game for Reese Lloyd. This one will not reach the end zone. Kinoshita, who had a return of 41 yards. Actually, that's Justin Cernsey who gets a chance.
You know, it is 30-14, but Amsterdam had their chances in the game. Amsterdam had a couple of turnovers deep in Frankfurt's territory, going for touchdowns on 2 occasions when the ball was intercepted. Chance for some points that were taken away by Frankfurt's defense.
Well, if you want to look at a turning point in the ball game, you'd go back to just under a minute to go in the first half, tied at 14. And Amsterdam's on a very impressive drive, and Drew Olson, with an ill-advised throw, gets picked off in the end zone. They had a chance to at least go to the locker room with a 3-point lead, maybe even 7.
In almost every game, though, Bob, I mean, there's always that turning point. 1 or 2 plays, every coach will always tell you. Take 1 or 2 plays out of a game, you could have a completely different outcome. Same thing happens over here.
Olson on first down. Nick Reed makes the tackle on Justin Surnsey, who scored the first touchdown of the season for Amsterdam. On a very impressive 80-yard drive to start the game. Cedric Hume.
On the ball. Left.
I'm a little concerned about Drew Olson and his knee. Banged up that knee in the first quarter, sat out a series. Doesn't look the same to me since he went out of the game. We'll see how that responds during the week.
Final seconds of the ball game. Final completion to Justin McCullum. But Mike Jones is static in defense of his Arena Bowl title, the defending champion Frankfurt Galaxy, in a rematch of World Bowl from last year, come up with a 30-14 victory.
Well, Mike Jones had questions about exactly what he had coming into this new season. But I think a lot of them were answered. Very solid offensive line, great quarterback play from J.T. O'Sullivan. Number of talented wide receivers.
Seems to be no ill will between the two head coaches.
Well played.
On the surface. The last thing that they just said was well played. And I thought Frankfurt played a good game. Took care of the football. Excellent quarterback play, as I think people expected from J.T. O'Sullivan. And I think the fans in Frankfurt will go home very happy.
And Aaron Hosack, who was quiet early with 2 big touchdown catches of 60 and 41 yards. And Frankfurt played great defense in the second half. They took care of the football, didn't turn it over, didn't make the mental mistakes that will hurt you.
And as we just pointed out, Bob, they scored on all 4 second half possessions. So really maximize what they did. And we saw a real live leg from Reese Lloyd, the field goal kicker.
Outstanding defense by the Frankfurt Galaxy in a hard-fought contest, but Hosack and the Galaxy break it open, erasing a 14-7 deficit en route to a 30-14 win. We'll be back with more from Frankfurt, but now we go to the studios as we send it to Matt Smith at the NFL Network studios. Matt?
I'm Matt Smith, and this is NFL Network Now. While attending a boxing event in Tunica, Mississippi, Pac-Man Jones made clear his intentions to appeal the year-long suspension handed down Monday by NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Jones, who has had a number of legal transgressions since being drafted by the Titans, spoke to an ESPN reporter Friday night saying, quote, "For the most part, I think it was a little bit harsh. I expected the suspension, but a whole year for a guy that hasn't been charged with nothing, I really didn't agree with it. But for the most part, I'm taking it like a man. I'm going to appeal it, and we'll see what the future brings. Clearly, I am made to be the poster boy." New head coach Cam Cameron's first Dolphins minicamp opened Friday, and while quarterback questions loom, NFL Defensive Player of the Year Jason Taylor and just-arrived linebacker Joey Porter anchor one of the league's better defensive units. Chris Chambers and Cleo Lemon are optimistic about the new offense Cameron has brought over from San Diego.
So far, it's been, we've been trying to lay the foundation for the offense and just trying to get familiar with the guys and get familiar with Coach Cam, with his philosophy and his system. But it's been a learning process, and, so far, so good.
Of course, we all got to learn the offense. We got to learn the offensive system first. That's the main thing. And, the guys that learn the system first are the guys that are going to be playing. Then the guys who can, do it the fastest and make plays out there is the ones that are going to be on the field.
Some think Brian Westbrook was underpaid for the performance he delivered last season, helping the Eagles to a playoff appearance. Turns out he was overpaid, literally, thanks to an accounting error on the side of the Eagles. His $3 million signing bonus was paid twice, and the team has filed a grievance with the league as the money has yet to be returned. This is NFL Network Now.
Frankfurt defeats Amsterdam 30-14. Bob Papa, Brian Baldinger. And Brian, a rematch of the World Bowl from last year. And Frankfurt scores 23 unanswered points, and they made the least amount of mistakes in this ball game, and they were able to pull away down the stretch.
Yeah, and usually it's the team that makes the least mistakes. Usually comes out on top. It's no different over here in this league. And I think Mike Jones, said it best yesterday. He said, we just want to try to get better each day that we're over here. And I think this team improved from the start of this game right to the finish.
Well, Frankfurt trying to go back-to-back and defend their World Bowl championship, a win they had last year against Amsterdam. They have won the World Bowl on 4 different occasions. 1995, Paul Justin set a World Bowl record with 3 touchdowns. They beat Amsterdam 26-22. Fast forward to 1999, Pat Barnes touchdown pass to Andy McCullough beat Barcelona 38-24. Galaxy became the first team to win 2 NFL Europa championships. 2003, Robert Gillespie with a 29-yard touchdown run as Frankfurt beat Rhine 35-16. And last year, Ulrich Winkler's sack and celebration, the safety, helped beat Amsterdam 22-7. Can they go back-to-back? Frankfurt off to a pretty good start here in week 1 of NFL Europa with the 30-14 win. Let's take a look at some final stats.
Well, I mean, it was an impressive rushing performance by Frankfurt. I thought that, we saw Anthony Sherrill really take it to this Amsterdam team, especially in the second half, really controlled the game. And anytime you put up almost 500 yards of offense, pretty good stuff. But no turnovers, limited penalties, pretty well played game considering none of these teams had played a game. Started 5 weeks ago. So, I mean, I was pretty pleased. I mean, it's a developmental league, so, each guy has got to look at the game, you try to win, sign the autographs there with Matt St. Clair, and then you got to look at your own personal performance and what you want to get out of this league.
10 more weeks of action here in NFL Europa in quest of the World Bowl championship, and Frankfurt got off to a good start. Great crowd, over 35,000 on hand here in Frankfurt to celebrate the victory from last year and to kick off the 2007 season. Take a look at some games from next week, and well, Frankfurt's going to have a tough one against Cologne next Saturday.
We'll be there. We'll be there in Cologne, Germany, for that matchup.
Amsterdam is home against Rhine, and J.T. O'Sullivan, back with Frankfurt, gets off to a very good start to kick off his 2007 season.
See, that's why J.T. O'Sullivan came here. He came back to get some reps. He wants another shot at the NFL. He's pumped up today, a couple of touchdown passes, took care of the football. Carrying that clipboard the last few years in the NFL, never got that type of experience or feeling.
And he found his big play target, Aaron Hosak, who had touchdown catches of 60 and 41 yards. This was the 41-yarder, a backbreaker, as Frankfurt able to dominate Amsterdam 30-14. So for Brian Baldinger and our entire crew, I'm Bob Papa.